Hi, Rose. Hey, I'm gonna put the link on the stream right now. Oh, hey, Violet.
Finally, it's about time.
What do you
Well,
mean?
I guess I could be here until the stream starts.
What stream starts? Oh,
Yeah,
four
yeah,
4:30.
yeah. Like, bro, it was supposed to start early. I mean, like, it was supposed to start at 4.
Yeah, I was waiting for that too. That's when it normally starts. For it started like that for like every episode, but until now. So
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, I know, right?
I I want to show you these. I want to show you this funny animation I made today.
Bro, his head is bouncy.
Yeah, that was one of the bouncing potato heads. Remember the potato heads I talked about a while ago?
Well, yeah.
That's one of the animations, and here's the other animation.
Alright, singing potato heads. Hmm.
If you had a collection of potatoes with faces on them, and they started singing to you, what would you do?
Uh, Maybe cook them alive.
I would dance along with them.
If you guys haven't started running already, it's too late. It's gonna get you. It's gonna get you!
Don't do it.
Nice. Okay.
Here's a relatable meme.
Oh man, I can't wait for him to expected to see this. He'll be like, ah!
On POV, you're autistic and you finally understand the joke.
Yeah. Alright, what's next?
Hmm. March of the Potato Faces.
The Potato Army.
It's the same ones from earlier.
Oh yeah. Plus, I even saw that ring-a-ding video.
A ring-a-ding
Kind of,
video?
yep. Kind of reminds me of Cuphead.
Yeah, I just blocked those out of my recommendations because I'm not really interested in those types.
Well, yeah.
Okay, that's good.
If happy is the tree fence, then where's the tree fence and happy?
What's the freaking dinging? Freaking dingers. Me and the boys at 2 a.m. looking for beans!
Beans. Oh, hold up. I got a comment. I got
Yeah?
a comment, and it's from here by 2B3.
Yeah?
Alright, he says, alright, everybody, the new Victor.
Okay, cool.
I have hard work sometimes, but not all the time.
Yeah, not all the time.
Anyways, I'm just gonna go in here to give us the link to the stream.
Okay, I'll reload every once in a while.
Alright,
Just this.
Lemon.
average cartoon humor.
Yeah. See, I even got a
Well,
video recommended people eating lemon and dying.
yeah. Well, at least Just for Chuckles is still at the same time, 6:30. Even though it used to be 7, but now it's 6:30.
Oh, okay. Blueback new rap.
Piss, piss, taking a piss. Come on now, there's some guys you don't want to miss. Walk in the bathroom now. Well, you know what?
Oh.
We're going to show you now. Take out your penis and up your toilet. And with some caution, don't you spoil it.
Oh, vocal remover. I use that.
And that's what your pace is all about. Pace, pace, pace. Once you're done with that, get on to step 6. Make cookies and bouncing bombs. Get your hot cookies enough to make your cups on simmering on their faces. So hot and smelly. So put a tight face on cheeky and jelly.
Hey, I use that website.
Some notion to give this experience more comforting melody.
I hope more hard work won't happen next Saturday.
More what work?
Yep. I hope it won't happen next Saturday.
What would?
You know.
Sus?
No, not that. I meant with Hairprint to be 3, you know?
Permit his cousin to give him one hell of a blowjob. Ernie, get the dark gun and duct tape. I think Bort found his way out of the basement. You motherfriggers can all drown, shouts Oscar as his only home begins to float in the historic flood thanks to his years of garbage buildup, effectively waterproofing his can. Using some wire, a broken radio, a nuclear bomb, 2 packets of ramen, and some Elmer's glue, Kermit built a nuclear bomb. Kermit holds Big Bird's 4 children hostage and warns him that if he doesn't pay the 500,000 ransom, a certain frog's going to be feasting on the best goddamn omelet ever made. After hacking into Clinton's email, Elmo has seen more than he ever needed to know. Grover's neck snaps violently as the other Muppets continue their demonic chants. Elmo's the only one who stands horrified as the group watches Elmo's sister shove several softballs up her ass. Elmo knew that his sexual addiction was taking a severe toll on his body as he shoved another firecracker inside his ear. He entered the wound and just Bert has urine sample begins to sing about the importance of drinking water. He realizes that the Coke he got from Tampa was probably less than 100% pure. Kelly couldn't believe his luck. They actually set up the first strip club on Sesame Street. Ernie unknowingly utters the trigger phrase, awakening Bert as a Viet Cong sleeper agent. Ernie laughs hysterically as Bert finds out his cancer has spread. Elmo flees his fellow Bloods in a quick getaway after a successful drive-by shooting. Ernie prepares to stick Bert's nose up his ass, much to Bert's dismay. Bert smirks as he hears the air raid sirens. Ernie's war had begun at last! Ernie ridicules Bert about his birth defects. After forcing Elmo into a meat grinder, Grover and Roberto nation down a ignoring the advice of their sensei, Bert and Ernie used their karate skills to beat up the homeless. It was then Sarah realized what Elmo meant about giving her the letter of the day. Big Bird sees no other way to settle their dispute other than with the tail to the tail. If I can hear for, no one can. Science. The human body needs 8 hours of sleep to function properly. Me on 3 hours of sleep. Rewrite it down, Meaches! Strung out on synthetic marijuana, Tully attacked Elmo and started eating him alive. Trapped in purgatory, Elmo's soul screams into the lonely void. Yeah, rabbit harder, Snuffy moaned. Meanwhile, Big Bird tried to mentally escape the situation by thinking about the $50. He so desperately needed to feed his family. Bert questions Ernie's brash knuckles, but does not try to stop him beating the innocent children. Grover mocks Mr. Johnson by dressing up as his dead wife. Ernie's constant screaming made Bert remember the sound of the burning children. The doctors share a hearty laugh when they reveal to Mr. Johnson that he is actually on a prank show, and that he isn't going to receive any heart transplant today. Ernie negotiates with the parents of the kidnapped child, while Bert listens for the police sirens. After surviving the explosion of his meth lab, Big Bird threatens the neighbors that they saw nothing. Mr. Ernie furiously rushes from just inches away. Bert finds it difficult to enjoy his book. The fresh smell of cinnamon awakes Bert when Ernie finishes his masterpiece. Ernie, God of Torment, has trapped his friends in 4 different dimensions, giving them to a lifetime of isolation and madness. I'm not doing that voice anymore.
I can
While
relate to
Bert's
that.
tricking Bert to take a bath, Ernie is looking for the hair dryer. Bert can't believe Ernie just sat on the book he was reading. Elmo pays a group of hackers to hack into Tumblr servers and change every T or tune in. Scooter throws a landmine in front of a school bus. A drunken Grover confronts his reflection after he told him that he fricked his mom.
There's a lot of
Ernie and
fake
Big Bird
laughter.
started laughing. Bert realizing that chopping his Duke off for $10 might not have been a good idea. Ernie covered his eyes as Bert screamed, "Hail Satan!" and plunged the knife into the child's back. Elmo becomes increasingly more worried as the furries start to form a circle around him. Elmo is surprised to see a dead hooker in the trash can. As the Serbian film concludes and the human centipede first sequence starts, the Muppets wonder why they agreed to movie night with Ernie. Ernie's face is in pain after Cookie Monster puts acid in Ernie's eyes, and Cookie Monster takes Ernie's Tylenol pill.
The roofies has kicked in.
Bert demonstrates how to fix your pregnant girlfriend with the paperclip. Potty Mouth secretly plans to reference JoJo on live TV. Night Brace and Charles think he's going to say the N-word. After realizing that his BDSM session went too far, Bear tries to get Tutter and both Pip and Pop out of his booth. Holy crap, timing on the music! Fox News reporter Kermit was just talking about the hate-driven riots plaguing the streets until this incel decided to slide right up and announced that he's openly homosexual to the Republican race. Grover, I think your ceiling is leaking cocaine. Ernie laughed as Natasha shrieked and writhed in agony. No doubt the parasite eggs he snuck into her bottle yesterday had hatched and the worms were chewing their way through her abdomen. Herb knows where you live. He knows what room you sleep in. And most of all, he knows how to make your anus dinosaur. Ernie and Cookie Monster had very different reactions to the drugs. Ernie simply developed the munchies and thought it was raining, but Cookie Monster began to see the real monsters. Ernie was happy with himself after he tricked Tyler into Zoom bombing his online class with hardcore midget porn. Ernie can't stop eating Doritos in his bed, and it got him in his pajamas, and it itched. As they pee in the two urinals next to each other, Kermit and Grover awkwardly try not to glance at each other's junk. Sick and tired of Cookie Monster eating his pot brownies, Ernie sets up the perfect trap. He sets up a camera to take a picture at the exact same time when Cookie Monster realizes that instead of eating Ernie's brownies, he was tricked into eating Oscar's feces. Elmo tuned out Abby as she explained that he shouldn't shove cantaloupe up his anus at the dinner table. Bert realized too late after coming home with the groceries that they had already filled the fridge the other day. Luckily, Ernie was hypothermic shock from all the ice cubes shoved up his ass, and thus would do as a makeshift freezer for the night. Bert and Ernie have a grand time hooking lookies and racial slurs at Chinatown residents passing by. Maybe next time they won't be ignored when asking for directions. Elmo was very excited when he received a confirmation email that his Japanese sixth wave would arrive within the next 2 to 4 days. While Sam enjoyed the piano piece, he wasn't so sure about the lyrics. Going both deep in the sheep is weird. He is not real. He can't hurt you, mumbled Ernie, pretending to be fast asleep. And yet every time he peeked, his sleep paralysis demon was still standing right in front of him. Charles ate and ate and ate until his stomach swelled to the size of a beach ball. He could feel his insides tearing at the seams as his blood dripped from ulcers beneath his shirt. He wanted to stop, but he couldn't stop. He was no longer eating. He was shoving noodles down his gullet hand over fist and forcing them into his belly with a broom handle. He felt ready to explode. He would have preferred it. He was in the purest hell of unrelenting agony, but he couldn't freaking stop. As long as Elmo was still having fun. Bert and Ernie take a stroll through Japan's suicide forests, admiring the nice human ornaments on every tree. Natural decor. Ernie is mad that there are now My Little Pony novels. Ernie is mad about a lot of things. Bert finds himself attracted to Princess Celestia. Having finally watched enough InfoWars episodes, Elmo sees the world as it really is. Everyone wallows in negative ectoplasmic slime generated by the media, and reptoids are everywhere, ruling us all. It was at this moment Tully realized just how potent the cookies he just ate as he started smelling colors. Farmer Ernie says the only difference between a good meal and a good time is where you put the cucumber. Ernie began preparing a long night of taking foot photos for his OnlyFans. Santa explains to Elmo that he shouldn't call him a fat freaking elf piece of crap for not getting an anal blaster 3,000 for Christmas. Elmo had rented the finest hookers in Sesame Street for the night, and everything would have been fine until he remembered how often Grover used the N-word. As Ruth brushes against Kermit, the vertebrae proximity bonds implanted by his wife detonate, causing the poor frog to become a spineless amphibian. Big Bird moments before he sneezes the anti-vax kids into the fifth dimension. Ernie enters the furry convention in a clever disguise. Within minutes, he will begin shooting. Cookie Monster is tired of listening to Kermit's problems and shoves him off the highway overpass. Big Bird is caught within 200 feet of the school. High out of his demented yellow head, Bert decides to temporarily become a woman and trick Ernie into freaking him. Elmo was never the same after his visit to Chernobyl. "I was safe from you here," screamed Elmo as Big Bird crawled in. "Those were the rules. Those were the rules." "I killed the rule maker," said Big Bird. Bert scans the book looking for a way to unsummon the demon, while Ernie stares, amazed at the amount of blood in a human body. "It's simple, Bert. We have to make it look like an accident." A furious Big Bird looks down at Grover with murderous intent as he realizes that he screwed up by disrupting Big Bird's sleep. Kelly thought he was hot crap flashing random gang signs at the thugs across the street. That is until one of them pulled out a .38 and busted a cap in Elmo right between the eyes. As for Elmo, the last thing to go through his mind, other than the bullet, was what a freaking idiot Telly was. Having sexually assaulted to every single person in Sesame Street, Ernie decides that the last thing left to violate are the laws of physics. As Grover explained the letter of the day was V for Vinnigans, Elmo suddenly realized why Grover had brought them out to the middle of the desert. Elmo plays the radio out loud, hoping Bert would tell him to turn it down. But he knows he never will. Bert eagerly listens to Ernie's adventurous tale that consisted of hamsters, whistlers, several Amazonian prostitutes, and a visit to the doctor. Ernie searches the Bible for more sins to commit. Emma was very confused when the cow he gets his milk from reveals she's trans. Big Bert chuckles softly as Tally is banished to the Phantom Zone. Bert wishes Ernie would stop trying to pray away the gay every night after they make love. Elmo knows better than to question a man who just tore off half of his friend's head to wear as a hat. There's no place for weakness on the Sesame Street. Alright, let me check. Okay.
Oh, and he gave... I'd
Okay.
see ya.
Alright, so yeah. I'm gonna end the stream right here.
I'm ready.
Yes!
Yeah.